Rita did 14 weeks in retail. Here's why it was the absolute worst place imaginable. I've written a list of customer versus management versus staff arguments, and let's evaluate how disastrous they really are. We start the opening piece with why doesn't it scan? That could either be with the store's loyalty card or a product where they're holding it like that, asking why the machine cannot read it. You can now not see me, therefore the scanner could not obviously see the item either. We've then got those over in the do-it-yourself sort of area, over at any sort of self-scan device, asking where's the help button. It's up there, just below the sign, where it always has been. It's not moved. Specifically, the store was hacked. We had a notice that literally said, click the help button below and we'll be with you shortly. It was very rarely used. Customer asking why some such and such isn't working within a till area. I was based on checkouts at this particular retailer. We're going to keep anonymous. But why isn't it working? So let's say, I don't know, they're paying cash at a self-scan. They've not told it how they're paying, or they've got it on card for some reason, asking why it's rejecting their real-life money. Because you've not told it that you're paying that way. It thinks you're paying another way. Which then also goes on to the next one of, why isn't it taking my card? Because, love, you've not told it how you're paying. You've got your list at the top. You've not told it how you are going to be completing the transaction. The machine might be cleverer than you, but it doesn't know what you want it to do next. You need to tell it. We then have over at manned checkouts. Good grief, this was really taking the mick. You have to wave your loyalty card several times for it to work. No, you do not. Hold it still in the same place that you normally would do and not move it around 3 million times. It will take it fine. It took the customer in front of you. It took the one after. But because you decided to take your loyalty card on a bloody dance across the store, it didn't work for you. Do it properly. We've then got, because my specific store had this sort of pack as you go while scanning it thing. I've called it that to not expose the store. And customers were ridiculous with that one. Because when they got to the checkout to complete transaction, it wanted us to check it through to make sure they weren't stealing. Their response of how to deal with it? Come and find us waving the bloody handset in front of our face, expecting us to leave 10 people we're already helping to go and deal specifically with them. No, you can wait and you can press the help button and stay there. We've then got over in self-scan because our machines also had the receipt batch at the bottom of the scanner for the card payments. You've got customers then, you got it then saying, would you like a receipt? They say yes. But they leave without taking it. You asked for it. Take it. Don't waste the trees because you don't know where it came out. Look down there, where everything else usually comes out. We then run back into the check system with this one. And we've got customer complete in the shop, then asking surprised when a discrepancy is found. So let's say for this one, you've thrown in, I don't know, a box of eggs you didn't scan. You know you didn't scan it because you put them in there and it's your shop, not mine. Why are you then surprised when I phoned that you haven't scanned the eggs in this situation? And why then do you expect me to suddenly know that you've not done it? Or you to keep saying, oh, I did. No, you didn't, because it's not there, and now I've got to check your whole shop, which I don't want to do either. It delays everybody else. We're short-staffed enough. We don't have time for it. Scan your stuff properly. You can be on your way in 5 minutes tops. We then got the absolute worst next. And I've tagged this one on the sheet. Customers constantly moving their bags on self-scan, asking why the machine keeps going off. So let's say, I don't know, we've got Bert and Glenda, two random fictional characters stood at self-service. You've got Glenda that keeps moving the bags after Bert's put the item in. It's not going to know you've put the thing in because it can't calculate that it's there because you've taken the bag into outer space. Leave it until you're finished. We've then got, it's £2.49 with me card. Well, that's helpful. Where's the barcode to put it through with? I can't key in a price. Nobody can key in a price because it doesn't know what we're selling you. We could be selling you, I don't know, 12 litres of cat litter, and you're saying something else, it's 50p. Well, that wouldn't be, but kind of the same metaphorical scenario. We've then got, the absolute worst, so we'll put it into a direct situation. There was one Sunday in a previous week I was working full-on man checkouts. It was non-stop, start to close, so 10 till 4. I'd never seen the place so busy, and where people were coming from I've got no idea. What did customers have the nerve to say? You could have opened more tills. Not my problem. I'm there working at Aldi Speed in a store that's not Aldi. Potentially going to get a boot for it. And then you're just there, you should be more tills. You had the option to go in to do it yourself. You volunteered not to do it yourself. And wait in that queue that took flipna so long to clear. It's not my problem that we need to open more tills. Because I'm one person on one till. The rest of it isn't my direct problem. I could call through for 300 more staff to come down, but we might not have 300 more staff available. Which then links into the next one. Can you do an additional blurb hours, or we've let too many people out, can you cover them from management? Right. So in the recent weeks, my store had 13 people from the department missing, either booked holidays or sickness. I'd done 48 hours on a 12-hour contract in previous weeks. Was I keen on that? Not particularly, because that's well over, and the excess wasn't really worth it in pay anyway. And management blame us for them being short. We don't plan the store. We don't plan the rota. We don't know who can work what, when, why, how, or whether. You can. You do it. Don't blame us. And don't then ask me on a 9 a.m. start, can you stay till 10 p.m? Love, no, I'm severely overworked. I'm not paid enough. I'm not staying. 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. You can do one. Right then. What are your retail experiences as a customer or staff? Leave them below, and let's have a read of the worst.